Adam yang melihat keponakannya akan dieksekusi pun langsung menghentikan serangan dari mundur pasukannya. Di mana hal tak terduga terjadi saat Izat yang sudah terbebas dari kuda tiba-tiba menodongkan pistol ke kepala Yusef, tetapi melihat ancaman Yusef terhadap Jenderal Adam dan pasukan pun tidak berani melakukan serangan lagi karena takut keponakannya dibunuh. Yang ketika Yusef membawa Mark kembali ke dalam kantor, tiba-tiba semua orang yang menyaksikan Saleh dalam keadaan sekarat langsung berusaha menolongnya semaksimal mungkin. Namun takdir berkata lain karena Saleh sudah keburu menghembuskan nafas terakhirnya. Di kematian tersebut membuat Yusef begitu terpukul karena orang kepercayaannya sudah tewas tepat di depan mata kepalanya sendiri. Melihat Jenderal Yusef dalam keadaan terpuruk, Ezat yang saat itu berada satu ruangan dengan beliau pun mencoba untuk menenangkannya. Yang mana di sini Ezat bercerita bahwa dirinya adalah teman lama ayah Yusef saat masih di kemiliteran dulu.
Gue kalau pernah video lama tuh, biar udah berani oh iya masuk 8.000 tuh habis 4.000.
Benar ya? Terima kasih kontak Pak. Pak. Pak.
Wait. So guys, I'm here still waiting for the registration until 1 o'clock or 1 past 30. We're still waiting here, looking around this place and see a lot of busy people here wanna join that AWS event or fair. So now we still going around.
Yes.
Yes, good. Hey, Pai, you wanna vlog with me, Pai? Pai.
Guys, this I
Wait, introduce yourself.
My name is Haru Ali Gibran.
Ya, good lah, dah. So, see you.
Epic
Ya guys, di traktir Mama Reja.
Pick me up dulu aja dong. Gue pick me up dulu, mantep ya.
So, we here keep waiting for the registration for a long time. The staff said just wait until 1 past 30, and now what time is it now? 3 past 45. Okay, we keep waiting here. Look.
Jangan. Mary.
Look here. We still in waiting list until we got the thing like barcode and you can scan. You can get the lanyard and you can get in. YS event there. So here, I think there is a lot of people wanting joining this fair event. Look.
Hey guys, now we still wait about the lanyard ID card for enter to the AWS. So just waiting for the time to enter. How?
Yeah, I feel so bored now.
Yeah, so bored now. So
But at least we get free food from Mama Reza.
yes.
Lovely
good.
Mama Reza.
Yeah, maybe a little bit again we will enter to the event. So stay tuned guys to our vlog. Okay?
Okay. Okay, dah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Yeah, see you. So guys, here we're still waiting the QR code from the OS event, and then we hungry and we hit and how to say kantin karyawan. Yes, this is there is katsu with chicken with sauce, only 15,000, and then caviar at sunrise only 5,000, and here Paris and then Mary. So we were still waiting until the QR code. We got the QR code, and then there are Brian, Rehan, Adlan, and Prabu. So this is good news, I think. Yeah. Thank you. See you. So guys, here we already got the e-ticket, guys. I don't know why it's so long, but yeah, it's okay. Now I'm going to the floor 4 to joining the event, guys. And then now finally we get it. So see you. So guys, now we finally entered the event or the fair. Now it's very crowded. Okay. I was waiting for this. I was waiting this for so long, and then we can see a lot of stand here. You can see it like this. Okay. See you.
Jadi perkembangan AI gitu ya, itu udah sangat cukup pesat sampai dengan yang terakhir adalah yang namanya GTK AI. Gitu. Tetapi pertanyaannya selalu kalau AI itu sendiri gitu ya, mau dipergunakan untuk di customer enterprise ataupun SME ataupun yang lain, yang mereka punya ERP system, gitu ya. Mereka punya ERP system tapi pengen dimodernisasi seperti ERP gitu ya. Kalau dulu ERP selalu jalannya hanya transaksional, jadi entry data dan sebagainya. Tapi gimana caranya generatif AI teknologi itu bisa membantu ERP customer ini bisa memodernisasi, jadi yang tadinya entry data bisa jadi automated. Jadi ini yang nanti kita akan coba sharing di sini. Ada agenda yang beberapa hal yang saya akan start. Jadi kenapa SAP, kenapa nggak yang lain gitu ya. Tapi sebenarnya solusi ini bisa berlaku untuk semua ERP sistem, baik Oracle, SAP, dan sebagainya gitu ya. Tapi kita pengen highlight beberapa hal kenapa SAP dan kenapa AWS. Selanjutnya nanti akan ada, saya akan jelaskan stack, teknologi stack yang bisa leverage oleh customer SAP atau customer ERP lain gitu ya, untuk menginovasi ERP sistem mereka. Tentunya tadi Usman sudah sampaikan juga, kita ada customer yang sudah menggunakan teknologi generative AI untuk digital transformation gitu ya. Saya akan start kenapa SAP dan kenapa AWS. Kalau kita lihat SAP dan AWS collaboration sudah 17 tahun. Kalau umur manusia 17 tahun sudah banyak hal yang dia explore. Istilahnya kalau itu lagi bandel-bandelnya, pikirannya lagi wild, tapi yang positif ya, bukan yang negatif. Negatif itu aja. Jadi yang positif itu kita bikin sesuatu yang bisa mendapatkan manfaat gitu ya, untuk customer itu sendiri, gitu ya, customer yang lagi di SAP tentunya.
Plaza Group, Bisnet, Ayana, lead the business transformation. Sebelum saya pindah ke kawan lama, saya kerja di insurtech company namanya Rujai as a CTO. Nah, long story short, this is a little bit of my interest, so I know Kung Fu, kalau kata Keanu Reeves. Oke, nah mungkin sedikit background apa sih kawan lama ya? Kawan lama itu is a multi-sektor konglomerat group ya di Indonesia. Itu we start from a very humble beginning. Dulu di Gelodok di Chinatown sana itu 3x3 store jualan perkakas. Nah sekarang kawan lama ini udah menjadi multi sektor bisnis, di mana kita punya lebih dari 1.200 store, punya 3.000 business partner, dan tersebar di lebih dari 60 kota di Indonesia. Tahun ini kawan lama usia 70 tahun, jadi dari 1955 sampai sekarang. Nah, sekarang dari 3x3 toko di Glodok tadi, sekarang tokonya kira-kira udah berkembang jadi 6 pilar sektor seperti ini, mulai dari
Watermelon. So guys, so now I was playing a lot of challenge from the stands at this event, and I get here in my tote bag. I got a lot of things that I've got from the stand. So now we were waiting for the event till the end and to go back to IDN boarding school, but I think now is 10:05 or more than, and still crowded. Look, this is very amazing event that you have to joining. And if you know, AWS is the one of bigger cloud technology event that you can join for free if you know. Okay, maybe see you next time. So guys, now the event almost finished. Yeah, thank you. And we get some food from the stand. Love it. So maybe we can joining this AWS event or fair next time. Okay, see you. So guys, now I think we nyasar guys ya. We muter-muter, we walking around in this District 8 Sudirman. We find the Elep, or how, I don't know what to say. But now we don't know where the Elep. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I just want to take some time to share my amazing experience attending at the AWS Summit Jakarta 2025. Honestly, I'm still feeling super happy, excited, and inspired. It was such a great day, and I'm really thankful I got to be part of it or attending there. So let me take you through how the day went. I started my morning early. I love that IDM was before 8 a.m. or more earlier. I was already excited on the way, thinking about what kind of session I'd see, what new things I'd learn, and maybe how even meeting and new people. There was this mix of nervousness and curiosity, and but mostly I felt energized. The moment I arrived at the venue or at the hotel, I think I could feel the vibe right away. There were so many people, students, developer, professional, and tech enthusiasts, and all gathered for one purpose: to learn, to connect, and to grow with cloud technology. The venue itself was amazing, big, organized, and filled with booths, banners, and lighting that screen. With the title is AWS, and I think in the opening session started with a keynote from the AWS team. They talk about new innovation, exciting update, and how cloud technology is changing industries across the world. It wasn't just technical stuff. It was inspiring hearing about the real world case studies and how people use AWS solve a big problem. Made me feel like wow, that's very amazing, and I want to be a part of this. I think I joined several breakout sessions too. Somewhere about security in the cloud, or other focus on AI and machine learning. And there were also they give a demos showing how AWS tools like Lambda work in action, or another. What made me really feel happy was how understandable everything was, even for someone who's still learning like me. The speakers were so passionate, and you could feel that they truly want to share knowledge, not just show off. Besides the talks, there were also hands-on labs and mini challenges that I tried out some of the cloud labs. And honestly, I didn't get everything perfect, but I learned a lot. Every time I tried something new or made a mistake and fixed it. And yesterday I played a lot of challenges from every stand over there, and we got something like sticker, or like a mug or a tumbler. And yesterday there are two people get PS5 or PlayStation 5 and get one Nintendo. And then it was very, very amazing. It reminded me that learning. Move it a little bit. It reminded me that learning is not always about being perfect. It's about showing up, trying, and improving.
Very excited to joining
and of course the networking. I had a chance to talk to other attendees. Some students like me from IDN, some were looking at big companies. We share our experience, gave each other tips, and even exchange our contact. It felt so nice to connect with people who share the same passion for technology and learning. It made me realize I'm not alone in this journey, and there's a big community out there. Time went by really fast. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting. By the time I left the event, headed back to IDN, it was already night. I was tired, of course. My feet hurt. My back was sore from walking and standing all day, but my heart was full. I couldn't stop smiling, and I kept thinking like that was amazing event or fair. I felt so inspired, so motivated, and so ready to keep learning and improving myself. For next time, it reminded me why I chose this to study technology, why I love this field, and how much potential the future holds. Looking back at the AWS Summit Jakarta 2025 wasn't just an event, it was an experience, a full day journey that gave me a new knowledge, new friends, and a deeper sense of purpose. It was kind of full day, exciting for the next, and so yeah. So that's how I felt about the AWS Summit. Happy, excited, grateful, and more curious than before. And I ever get the chance to join something like this, please do trust me. It's worth it. Thanks for listening my story, and see you next time. Bye. So, one of the things I loved the most was the way the event was organized. Everything felt so smooth, from the registration, the booth, to the breakout session. I joined several talks and workshops, and I was impressed by how clear and powerful the speakers were. They explained real world uses of AWS and show how companies solve problems using cloud technologies. Even through the to, even tough the some topics were advanced, they were still easy to understand because the speaker used a simple example and spoke with passion. That made it more exciting for someone like me who's still learning and growing in the tech world. Another thing that really made me happy was the change to connect with other people. I had a small conversation with strangers who later becomes friends, who shared ideas, asked questions, and talk about what we want to build in the future. Those little moment gave me motivation to keep going on my journey. There were also booths where I could try with AWS tools in real time, hands-on labs and demos. At the part was super fun. It was not just about watching someone talk, but actually doing it myself and learning by trying. It felt like I was leveling up in real life. And I also felt very inspired and by the keynote session. Hearing about AWS is being used in Indonesia and around the world in education, healthcare, business, and it was amazing. They show me how powerful cloud computing is and how we can use it for good. And by the end of the day, I was definitely tired, and then but it was a good kind of tired, the kind of tired where the day was worth it. I had learned so much. I felt so inspired, and and left the event with new ideas in my mind. So Overall, my response to AWS Summit Jakarta 2025 is very positive. I feel grateful to have had a chance to attend. It reminded me how I love technology and I want to keep learning. It also showed me that there's always more to explore, and that's exciting. If you're someone who's loves technology or cloud computing, I'm really recommended joining this kind of event or fair. It's more than just a learning. It's about being a part of community that's building the future together. Maybe that's all for me.